Hi, my name is Dan Melnitt. I'm the owner and founder of Bodywell Therapy Mobile Massage, also a licensed massage therapist. I'm here to talk to you about what it is that we do and how we might be able to work together so that you might be able to work with some injury patients who have insurance to pay for a massage that you might not otherwise be able to work with because of all of the difficulties and hassles involved with billing insurance. I'm definitely fully and well aware of why most massage therapists do not want to deal with billing insurance because it's very time intensive. There are a lot of little mistakes that you can make which can end up resulting in you not being paid. You have to deal with collecting the fee and lots of claims managers and just really kind of need to be on your toes to make sure everything goes smoothly and you end up getting paid for your work. And so most massage therapists just say, forget it. I don't need that. I don't want to deal with that. But the truth is, and for us, for my company now, these injury patients are really our best clients. And the reason is because some of them need therapy, not just one time or two times. I mean, it's often 2 times a week for months or even years, depending on their injury. And of course, this is all by prescription. So we're not the ones saying, that this is, we're not diagnosing or prescribing anything. This is all by prescription. Their doctors are saying that this is necessary for them. And we're basically here to fill that massage prescription. So what does this have to do with you? How can this benefit you? How can we work together? Essentially, there are a lot of things that we need to be aware of before we even begin. Legal issues, because there are things like anti-kickback laws, fee splitting, patient brokering, all these things, which if somebody didn't really understand better what we're doing, they might even accuse us of doing those things, but we're absolutely not. What we're essentially doing is we're seeking referrals from massage therapists like you. So when somebody comes to you and says, hey, I have a work injury and I have a prescription and I've got a claim, it's paying for my medical expenses, can you do my massage for me? Instead of saying, no, I don't know how to do, I don't deal with any of that stuff or the billing or whatever, what we're saying you can do is refer them to us, and we'll see what we can do to take care of them. And then when it comes time for us to assign a therapist, if any patient that comes to us, whether you referred them or they came to us on their own, if they come to us and say, I have this therapist I like that I want to use, they're a licensed massage therapist and qualified in every respect, can I use my own massage therapist? And for us, that actually makes things a lot easier because in a lot of cases, people will come from areas where we don't have an existing robust roster of therapists available to call on. So when they come to us and say, yeah, I've got this therapist I like and I want to use, that makes our job a lot easier. So we say, sure, as long as that therapist, we can contract with them and they're properly qualified and everything else, absolutely, that's great. We want you to be happy and work with somebody you like anyway. This makes everything a lot easier. So in most cases when a client contacts us that's not the case, and we either assign one of our existing roster therapists or we'll go and recruit a therapist just for that patient, regardless of wherever they happen to be. But if somebody comes to us and says, I already have a therapist, can we make it possible to work with them? We'll absolutely do our best to make that possible. And it's usually not a problem, assuming the therapist is properly qualified. So basically what I'm saying is you could be that therapist. So if you have a client or a patient or somebody comes to you and inquires and you want to refer them over to us as somebody who can help them with doing the billing that they're seeking, and if they say to us, oh, I have my own therapist, can you please see if it's possible to work with them, and they have your contact information and provide that to us, we'll give you a call right away and try to work it out, and we'll come to terms on our contract. Our pay is, I think, good. I don't want to get into it here on the video. We can discuss it, but it's more than what we normally pay one of our therapists to do a regular 1-hour massage out call, which is $50 and up. So it's more than that. And as I said, these can be great long-term clients. We frankly have some patients. One comes to mind. We've been working with them for so long. I think since 2010. I can't believe it's been that long. And he's been getting massages twice a week because he had a serious traumatic brain injury He was a police officer, and it's very helpful. It's been very helpful in his recovery. He's come a long way, but that massage is really essential for him in getting better. And so his local county is paying for his services and has been paying us, all these years. And so the therapist over the years, it's been a few different therapists that have been working with him. They make a good amount of money over the course of a year. If you think about it, twice a week for a year, I think that they end up making somewhere $7,000 somewhere in that neighborhood just from that one patient. So that's what this is all about. What it's really all about, of course, is helping these people with their injuries, and that's why a lot of us got into massage, because we want to help people and all that good stuff. But we also need to make a living, and so these are really valuable patients. Even just one can make a huge difference in your annual income. So here we have this opportunity for you to instead of telling people, no, I can't help you, here's a way without actually doing any of the billing or any of that, you just leave it all to us. You can work with these patients. You get paid, each time you do the work. You just send us in some soap notes. We take care of all the billing and everything else. And so it's really very simple. There's no fee or anything like that you need to pay. Everything's very transparent here. We're not trying to play any tricks or anything like that. It works out well. It's essentially you're just referring them over to us because we're somebody that can help them. And if anytime any patient has somebody specifically they want to work with, we are more than happy to accommodate that request. If it happens to be you, that's great. If after the first session they change their mind and they want to use somebody else, well, then we're going to find somebody else, because we can't force them to use any one person. But if they have somebody they want to work with, yeah, we'll absolutely. That like as I said earlier, it makes it a lot easier for us. So that's it in a nutshell. Now, just to finish up, this has gone on a little longer than I expected. A lot of people do ask, well, what do I do to get signed up? How do I get started? And the answer to that is there's really nothing to do, because there's really no reason that we would need to contract you unless, if you're in an area where we don't really have regular services going on. So it's really just a matter of staying in touch with us. You should definitely join our email newsletter, like the page on Facebook and all that, just to make sure we're in contact. And so when the time comes, it could be tomorrow, it could be in a month, it could be in a year from now, somebody comes along and asks you about this, and you want to be remember what to do and what we're saying. One option, unless you want to do your own billing, which all power to you. If you can make that work for yourself, that's great. You'll probably make a little bit more. You'll be able to bill your full bill, but there's a lot of pitfalls and things there that you have to be considered as well. So if you don't want to deal with all that, we can make this work for everybody. The patient gets great therapy. You get to you get a good client and get to make some money. We of course are for-profit business. We get to make a little money, and so everybody wins. So that's pretty much what it's all about. So I encourage you to stay in touch, keep your ears and eyes open for these types of patients. Don't send them away somewhere else. It's not necessary. You're able to work with these people with us, with Bodywell. So I invite you to, we welcome your referrals. Stay in touch with us. If you still have additional questions, you can give a call. I'm sure you can find the number on the website, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Take care.